go.
And it's cool too, because on this one, you don't have to like pull up your phone or anything. It just everything pulls up. Like you'll just see it, which is nice. Like I wish everybody else would find a way to make it simple.
How you get this with light on your face.
That's one of the things you just get used to, which is funny because like when we first started like doing stuff together, it was just like everything was just like, and then you just become so used to it and get relaxed.
Yeah, I was gonna say because man, I'm used to setting everything up. But
Kevin, what's going on? Pete, Cigar Chica, what you need? What you want, some bourbon? Yeah. You already know what it's at. How's everybody doing, man? Julio, what's going on? Mr. Clark, what's going on? Harold in the building. P. Og, what's going on? Y'all see the title, man. Dude, I'm gonna look at this. Look. So you have a controversial title. Look how quick this shit jumps up.
What does it show the count?
Nah, I'm just fucking with y'all, man. How's everybody doing? Mystical, what's going on? Beezy, what's going on? Andre, Jay White, what's going on? E&D, what's going on? Vic, what is going on? J-Town. I'll wait till Eric comes back in. We'll start talking about what's going on, man. We just got done smoking and reviewing, or not him, but just got done smoking and reviewing the collaboration cigar with myself and Black Line Luxuries. So y'all be on the lookout for that review. Of course, if you're a club member, you know that cigar will be featured in January. Really excited to see everybody's feedback on that and see what y'all think. Greg, what's going on, big bro? Kyle, what's going on, deep man? Kyle, Kendall in the building, Landon. So just looking over some stuff over the past few days online, man, it's just like, and so the title is not clickbait. It was actually something I thought about, and it was just like the title was very true and real for me. So it's like, why are y'all so salty? And it goes to more than one person in the cigar community. But so the title came about because just watching stuff, I always tell everybody to make sure that you can read between the lines of videos or content creators when you're seeing stuff. There's so much jealousy and so much envy and so much hate involved in the community. And you know, of course, everybody's not going to know the full ins and out of everything, but I think it's very good for people that are watching the content to kind of be in the know of some things that are going on. And it's just really disheartening and just kind of crazy to see other content creators looking so far into numbers, or they think that they should be farther ahead than you, or they should be on top or whatever like that. Me and Kevin are cool. Kevin's in the chat. Kevin is a big numbers and analytics guy, but this is not towards you at all. You know that, of course, we talk enough offline, but I just watch stuff and it's just like some people contradict themselves, or you could just read between the lines. Like I've heard these other reviewers that are getting a lot of views and a lot of traction or whatever. And it's like, because their content is better, man. Their content is better. Me and Eric were just talking off camera before we started this live stream, and I've said it all the time. Kevin knows about this as well too. Lee Mack, some other people too. I don't feel, and I'm speaking for me, myself, and speaking for Eric too. I can speak for this man too, because I know what he's put himself in and what he has invested in me in this channel. Where we are right now so far is not by mistake. We've put a lot of time. We put a lot of money. We've turned down a lot of things to get this channel to where it is. This shit isn't by mistake. It's not a reason, or it's not by accident that I've been doing this for a year and a half and we've gotten to where we are. And to be honest, I think that I know what Eric has sacrificed. I know what we have. We coming for more next year. We're not satisfied. The goal is to grow the channel and to get the cigar community as a whole on a bigger level as well too. But it's just, I see other content creators that have been doing this so long, or a lot longer than me, and you can just tell that they feel some type of way because they don't have the views or the traction or the following or the engagement that these other people do. You can't be mad at the content creators, man. Be mad at the community. Be mad at the people. The people are going to follow and like, or they're going to follow what they believe is real or what's true. He's that way. We're friends on and off the camera because he's a real person. He's real. I know what he's all about. He knows what I'm about. I like Lee Mack. I mess with Kevin. Cigar Show Tim. There's a reason why I'm with Black Line Luxuries is because I believe in what they do. It's real. There's no ulterior motives behind it or anything like that. We're not looking at numbers every day, trying to find out where my views are. Hell, to be honest with you guys, and we're going to be completely transparent, my channel's been down for the past 2 or 3 weeks, but it doesn't matter because you're going to go through ups and downs. It's going to happen. You can't be in the green every month or every day. It's not going to happen. So Eric can speak too, because, you know, even though he's involved with my channel, I always tell you guys too, I'm a content creator, but I still consider myself a viewer. And I know what I like to put out. I always tell other content creators, put out content that you yourself would want to enjoy. He's a viewer, even though he's involved with the editing, and he watches content too, because any content creator that's telling you that they're not paying attention to other content creators, it's a lie, because you have to pay attention to your competition or what they're doing to stay relevant. I might not watch every channel, but I watch the channels I need to. I watch the people that are on top. I watch the people that are getting the most views. I watch the people that are the hottest right now, because I'm trying to see what they're doing, what I can do to improve the channel. Eric looks at it from a camera standpoint or videography. He looks at what we can do to improve.
That's the only reason I watch other content. I'm not a cigar guy. You're the cigar guy. I'm just a cameraman, but I still keep up with all the cigar channels just so I know what they're doing, what their camera work is like, what their quality is like, what their editing is like, so I can keep up with it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at that too, you know. I've mentioned it before too. If I decided to stop the channel, I feel like we've built something that we both could be proud of. Yeah. And then you look at a lot of these creators too. And like I hate to do this sometimes because it sounds like, oh, you know, Ron's being the bad guy, but I feel like a lot of this stuff needs to be said. But you look at a lot of stuff and people wonder, oh, well, Cigar Prop's growing, Ron's growing, Lee Mack's growing, because we're always pushing the envelope. We're always trying to change. We're always evolving. We're always growing. If you're doing the same shit that you were doing a year ago and you're wondering why you're not getting any more traction, do yourself a favor. Go look at your content from a year ago. If it looks the same as it does today, then you're probably not going to get any growth, because me and Lee Mack already have talked about this before too. We feel like there's probably only about 5,000 to 6,000 people that actually really watch cigar content So to get past that threshold, you have to become creative or do different things that are going to entice people to want to watch your channel. The cigar community is such a small niche. It's not like gaming. It's not like sneakers. It's not like fashion. It's not like I watch cologne stuff, you know, all kinds of. It's not like that. There are far fewer people that smoke cigars that worry about getting dressed up, or cars, or some other stuff, camera channels, anything. It's a smaller community. So this 100,000 channels and stuff I'm just telling you now, like, even me, like, as confident as I am in myself and what I'm able to do and what this man can do with the camera and editing, there's no way that we get to 100,000 subscribers unless that we branch out. Look at Jeremy Sires, great example of that. He doesn't just do cigar reviews. And I've said it before on camera. I don't think he's a cigar reviewer, but I don't think he would take offense to that, because I think that he's what he calls it, Manship Monday or whatever. He does covers things. He does cigars. He does whiskey. He does knives. He does he does all kinds of things. Your channel can't. I'm telling you now, and I don't know if any of the other newer reviewers are going to watch. And I know I glanced over and saw Cowboy had commented too, but and I know that's not his goal. That's why I like Cowboy, because he keeps it real too. That was never my goal, to become 100,000, 200,000 subscriber channel. Never was. You guys know why I decided to make a channel. I didn't want to become a sales rep. But some of these reviewers are so encased in just numbers. Man, why is my channel not growing? Well, I'm gonna just do this, and it's just like, it just comes off as a lot of bitterness and a lot of hatred. You can't be mad at. Guess what? I've been around since September of 2019. There's going to be somebody that comes around. Who knows? In 6 months, a year, 2 years, they'll be better than me. There's always somebody better than you, but you know, you don't have any hatred or don't have any bitterness towards them. You do what you can to try to become the best version of yourself that you can be. But then you have to be realistic too and know that you're not the best. There's somebody that's going to come behind you. That's how it's supposed to be. Every generation or every period behind is supposed to do bigger and better. And I just think a lot of these people don't realize that. A lot of people are just caught up in, I should be there. I've been doing it longer. I have these sponsors or whatever. Guess what? The people don't think this.
Sometimes it doesn't matter.
The people don't think that.
Because if you're doing something for 4 or 5 years, 6 years, or even better, and you're not growing, or you're not where you're supposed to be, you're doing something wrong. That's how I live. We've done things on this channel that didn't work.
Right.
I've had ideas that just didn't work.
Yep.
We've tried things that just didn't happen. What do? We change it. I find something or I have an idea and we'll try it forget it, just try it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, and we just won't do it again. But if you're doing something for 4 or 5 years and you're not growing at the rate that you want to grow, you're doing something wrong. It's that simple. It's not rocket science.
Period.
Something has to change if you're not where you want to be.
Yep.
You know?
I would agree, because I mean, we look at some channels, we've seen some that have been doing 2, 3, 4 years, and you look now, they can't get 400 or 500 views on the channel. Guess what? Cowboy is sitting at 400 subscribers right now. He's pushing 200 plus views a video, which to me is fantastic. He's getting over 50% viewership of his subscribers. That's great. So, you know, and it's because he's authentic and he's real. And I think we're getting to a level now, because cigar smoking isn't it's trendy, but it's not like it was when I first started smoking. When I first started smoking 5, 6 years ago, there were a lot of people that just picked up cigars because they saw everybody else doing it. People that are picking up cigars now are hanging on to it. And so people, with all this turmoil and all this bad shit going on, people are at a point now where they want something real. They want to be able to, anytime a person pops on camera and they're talking, they want to be able to relate to that person. They want to be real. Mm-hmm. Cowboy is real. He's a real person. That's why he's having the success he's having. People feel like when I come on camera, I'm going to be authentic and keep it 100 with them. Lee Max the same way. So it's like, the numbers aren't going to lie, man. People are watching because they can feel like they're relatable, and they feel like whoever I'm watching, I can trust that what they're saying is going to be, I might not agree with it, but I can at least know that their motives are in the right place and that they're going to be authentic about it. So I just tell you guys this all the time. I popped in right now just to tell you guys, just make sure you guys, like I say all the time, trust your palate, trust the people that you're watching. As you guys know, it's the end of the year, so a lot of lists are about to come out. We know that some of these lists are payola. We know that shit. You know what I do when I see a lot of this stuff? I look at it, kind of laugh, and bypass it, because I've never trusted that group anyway, or a group of people or person that made that list. I don't trust them, so I just whatever it is, I watch it. But if you guys have been watching me for a year and a half, you guys know what I'm about. You guys like somebody, I wish I could remember the comment the person made a couple videos ago. I watch Ron. I don't agree with everything he says, but I know when he reviews a cigar, he's 100% authentic and relatable, and that's why I like him. So I know when I do see his list or whatever recommendation he has, he's being real about it. It's not because he's being paid to push a certain brand. Yeah, you don't see any flags or shit hanging behind me. Kevin, I know you're in the chat. No diss to you. Like I said, that this has nothing to do with you at all. But just to bash people's lists because of payola and stuff like that, but then to be contradicting of yourself and have shit in the background too, is just comical to me. And it's just a problem for me to see so many people that don't have common fucking sense. That's what bothers me. It's just, or people are just like, oh, well, the excuse that's made, well, I just watch it for entertainment. That's cool. But what about the person that just picked up a cigar for the first time? It's not entertainment for them. It is, but it isn't. You know how many comments I've had where people say, man, you've helped me so much in my cigar journey. That shit means a lot to me. I take this shit serious. So it's not just entertainment. I don't do this channel just for no damn entertainment. We could go do whatever. I like shoes. Mm-hmm. I like fashion. We could go do whatever. I'm passionate about cigars. That's why I wanted to do this channel. I'm confident enough in my personality. No matter what I'm doing, I'm going to be successful in it because I believe in my mind I'm going to be successful about it. But the problem is so much So many people in the community are letting so much shit slide. They're letting so much of it slide. Stop letting bullshit slide. And like I told y'all on this bullshit cigar review video, there was a comment that got made too, Eric, on one of my last videos. He deleted the comment, but he was just like, he was trying to tell me that I measured the cigar.
Right.
It was the Ali Bradley Kintsugi. I measured the cigar, and it was a wrong size. They built it at a size, and I found an inconsistency in the cigar. He was trying to tell me that I've built everything. I'm just a controversial person, and it's like,
what was the comment?
So you think it's pretty much kind of along the lines, you think you're cool because you found out that the cigars were different size and they built it, and it's like, no. But I can just tell you, I smoke enough cigars. I just know that this is now. It might, but think about that. So this is a thing that companies do sometimes, but hell, guess what? A lot of people in the chat may smoke that cigar and they might find the inconsistency too, and it might have been a typo or something. I don't know, but that's me trying to do my part and trying to keep everything true. If you say it's a 50 ring gauge, it needs to be a 50 ring gauge. It doesn't need to be a 46.
Not say nothing about it,
because any real smoker will tell you, and James is in the chat too.
Yeah,
there is a difference in Cowboy too. Anybody that's been smoking cigars, there is a difference between a 54 and a 50. There's a difference between a 50 and a 48. It doesn't seem like much, but that's a difference between wrapper binder and filler ratio. That can change a lot of stuff.
right.
So it matters, man. It's not me I'm not trying to be controversial with anybody. Y'all watch my reviews. My reviews are very straightforward. I come in, give information, smoke the cigar, and that's it. I've not built my channel off of being controversial. I built my channel off of being creative and trying to be different than everybody else. So Herbie, we could say that, man, but you know it. they're gonna be here, and I just watch a lot of this stuff because people will refer to me sometimes and say, "Do you watch certain people?" And I'm like, "No." And there's a reason why I don't watch them, because I don't think that they're authentic, and I don't think that they are. When I watch cigar content, I want to see something creative. I want to see some authenticity. That's stuff that drives me to want to watch content.
Cowboy had a good comment.
And I see James said those blends are science and math, not guessing by the blenders, and that's a fact. Different personalities are going to attract different people. It's like music. People listen to what they want to. Doesn't make the music bad. You just listen to what you want to, and that's a fact. But my thing is, you can't be mad. Just like, all right, so we talked about all like music too. There's some people listen to. I'm like, I don't see how you listen to it, and vice versa. But just looking at from the cigar community standpoint, because I feel like there are some good content creators out there. There are some good. The community is still very good. I feel like overall the community is doing a good job of that. But it's just like, and then the whining. The whining is another thing that bothers me too. Stop making videos whining about shit. Just focus on putting out better content. Stop whining and trying to win people over with your bullshit ass content or whatever you're doing. Look in the mirror. Damn, I've been doing the same stuff for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. I need to change this up, because guess what? The cigar community is different than it was when you first started. It's different. It is different. Why the hell do you think Lee Mack has been able to stay relevant? I'll challenge anybody. Go look at Lee Mack's first 2 years of his content and go look at him now. There is a reason why he's able to stay relevant. You can't do the same stuff and expect better results. You go into the gym every day working out, but you don't want to do the diet, but you want a six-pack.
Right.
Well, you're going to get stronger, but you ain't going to get the cuts because you ain't doing everything that needs to be done. Mm-hmm. Stop begging for free stuff. Stop the begging. Oh, man. Prop got that, Ron got that. I want that too. Stop begging, man. Stop begging. If you hot shit or you doing what you need to be doing, they're gonna trust me. They're gonna reach out to you. Like Prop said, stop begging, because it gives us as reviewers a bad name too. Because people think that you got people that think that way. Oh, such and such begging. So that's all of them do. They categorize us all in one thing, and I hate that, because it's like, nah, man, don't categorize me with the same people. I'm not like them.
Said, I know you won't call names, but it'd be nice if you did.
I ain't got to, cause shit, the people that I'm referring to's channels aren't thriving anyway. So shit, I mean, I ain't finna just kill them all the way out, but it just they know who they are because you look in the mirror, you know. Hell, just like Eric said, we've tried things that didn't work. There are some videos and things that I've put out or we've put out that didn't do well. And like I said, I ain't come on the damn next video cry, damn, y'all didn't watch my video. Mm-hmm. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. I did. You know, we all play that role in the beginning when you're building your channel up. You know, if you want to tune into the channel, subscribe and stuff. When is the last time you probably heard me say subscribe to the channel? Right. I don't say it, man, because I know if the algorithm picks it up and if a person watches the content and they like it, they'll hit subscribe. A person's gonna. You don't have to say that. If they like the content, they're gonna hit on it. I watch Bearded Butchers. I've been referring to them for the past month or two. Mm. They didn't have to say that shit on their video. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to my video and watch me. You don't. I like the content.
I put a little subscribe graphic on the corner. Right. You don't ask me. I just do that one because I edit the video.
Endorsement in it. What's going on, E? The other Eric. Yeah. Discipline is another personal trait and quality that reviewers should bring to the equation, and that's a fact. And the truth be told, I've said this before too. Me and Eric both have full-time jobs. He has a lot going on. Mm-hmm. I have one child. I'm about to have another child on the way. We got a lot of stuff going on. If I was able to, and we have already said it, if we were full-time YouTubers,
we punch out content every day, all day, every day.
But we just can't.
And I'm a graphic guy, I'm an editing guy, I'm a sound guy, I'm a lighting guy, I'm a behind-the-scenes guy. I work the same job as Ron. That's where I met him. And it's not a regular job, man. I met him on the job. You know, I think we have about the same amount of time on the job as each other. Yep. So we both do the same job. You know. And let
me ask you a question. How many times has it been before we went to work that day? I said, all right, when we get off the next day, we're gonna shoot a review. We both talk on the phone. We're like, man, I don't feel like recording today. If I don't feel like recording, I'm not gonna do it because again, if I'm coming on camera, I want to be able to give you guys 100% of what I have. Eric wants to be 100% behind the scenes. If we talk and we both feel it's not gonna be 100%, we don't do it, man. There's no obligation. That's part of the reason why there's no schedule.
And there's no schedule.
There's no schedule, man.
You know, there'll be a night where you're up for 24 hours straight. You haven't slept. You know, you haven't eaten. Same thing with me. Yep. You know, sometimes you'll sleep all night or vice versa. And I'll be up 24 hours and I'm like, man, I got my ass kicked last night. You know, I didn't.
And what do I usually say? I said, man, well, fuck it, we ain't gonna worry about it today. Yeah. Like, and again, that's why I feel like me and Eric's relationship has been so good because we are both very conscious of what we both have involved. There have been many days that Eric thought we were going to record. We talked on the phone and said, man, it's not a good day today. Got stuff going on or whatever. Cool. We've been able to work well together. And I think that's why if you're tired or uninto it. Yeah. And that's a fact. That's a fact. Man, Preston, I wish I might have to paint that on the wall somewhere, man. Some people think that it doesn't take hard work to be great.
Yeah, that's good.
Because you could look at what people, and they're behind the scenes, people don't see the sacrifices that are made, decisions that are made, and people just, Ron just came in and just doing this so far. He's got, I should be able to do it too. You might be able to, but are you willing to sacrifice the stuff that me and Eric have been able to sacrifice? So, Manny, I don't know. The super chat should be engaged. I don't know. Y'all tell me. Slick, another content creator. He doesn't do cigars, but he does current events. He does. Oh man, Slick, you in the chat? Let me show you what my brother got me for Christmas. Y'all know I'm a Batman fanatic, man. My brother got me this big ass Funko Pop. But he's right, man. It's not easy. It takes a lot of time, and so. But I don't. But like Kevin said too, I don't believe in begging people to support you and stuff too. Just do. I always say, do what you want to do, out of the love, and everything else will come in. Everything will come into play.
Right, so it's not,
he got that one too.
He's got to enable it. Maybe I don't know.
Man, I don't know. If y'all want to donate, y'all know. Hit the Cashapp or the PayPal, man. I just came on live. I didn't even mess with the super chat. I thought normally it automatically pops in, but if y'all want to donate, y'all let me know.
Yeah, I think you got to turn it on.
Ain't no, I don't, whatever, man. Fuck this shit. Y'all, yeah, if y'all, like I said, if y'all want to donate to me or whatever, y'all can. Speaking on that, we are. I know we've mentioned that before. We just upgraded the light. We upgraded lighting system. We just grabbed a new microphone.
Lighting. We got a new microphone.
Yep. We finna get ready to get another camera. We're gonna have 2 cameras working.
I got the drone.
We got a drone now. So like I said, we finna really. 2021 is gonna be a really big year. We got a lot of big plans for Cigar Madness too. So let me put this in there just in case if you guys happen to give a damn. Let's see. Y'all see, I'm still old school. I'm typing shit in, man. Big Dog, we just got done smoking the Eric got a chance to smoke it too. We smoked the collaboration cigar with Black Line Luxuries, Run Real TV. We just got done smoking it, so that review will be up in a couple of days. That'll be a big thing. Of course, like I mentioned in the beginning, if you're a member of Black Line Luxury Cigar of the Month Club, you will have that cigar in January. If you are not, definitely consider joining. I talked to a good local friend of mine today. Talked to him. He ended up joining up too. I'm telling you guys, if y'all thought the first 6 months was good, we take great pride in producing a great product, and all next year is going to be huge. So you guys make sure y'all are joining in. 4 cigars for $30, $38 shipping. Like I said in the video that I recorded today, there is nobody that's in the price range putting in the caliber of cigars we are putting in. You have 3 really big cigar fanatics that are working together to put in the best cigars possible month in and month out. I did smoke the eggnog. I thought it was a pretty good cigar. I did smoke that one. Tell him, we'll even talk to him more about too the sacrifice you made too. So Eric is really big in the battle rap. You guys know Eric is from New York. Battle rap, hip hop, and everything. The birth of hip hop is just big up there. Eric was even considering doing a battle rap channel, man. This was about a month ago. We talked about it. You know me being a friend. I'm all this room, man. If you want to do that, and you're passionate about it, do it. We talked about it a couple days ago. He said, I don't know if I want to do it anymore. I want to focus more on your channel and some other stuff I got going on.
Yeah, like I said, I'm ultimately a behind the camera guy. I'm not an in front of the camera guy at all. I wanted to start a YouTube channel, but just wasn't me. I recorded a couple of videos, but ultimately, the amount of work and effort it's got to put in to sit in front of the camera all the time. And born and raised in Queens. Cool. I'm from the Bronx. I grew up in just outside of Chinatown off Delancey Street. And when I got older, I moved to Long Island. But I spent my whole life in New York, born and raised.
Which is kind of crazy because most people think, the up north guys hate the southern guys.
No, me and
Eric have been. Yeah, we clicked from day one.
We just made fun of the southern guys growing up.
Yeah. And like for me down south, we're like, man, y'all just think y'all right about everything.
Yeah, we usually are.
Nah, man, but me and E, we've been good from day one, man. Like we got a lot of similarities with how we think about things.
Yeah, we're like-minded a lot.
Yeah,
we definitely dedicated to what we do. That's why we work together good. I remember the first time he sent me his first YouTube video. I was just home. I think we just got off of work or something like that. We used to work in the same firehouse, and he transferred and out the firehouse. But one day I got home, he just sent me a link on YouTube, and I thought he just sent me some bullshit video, and I watched it, and it was him. He did his first YouTube video, and I've always been a camera guy and editing guy, and I was like, oh shit.
You talking about coming a long way though.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit. I called him immediately. I said, yo, if we're gonna do this YouTube thing, I'm in.
Verbatim, that's what he said. He said, I like what you're doing. If you're gonna do it, we're gonna have to do it right though. And I said, all right, cool.
Yeah, I said, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it all the way. We're gonna go in full force, we're gonna do the best we can, and we're gonna make it serious. And that's what we've been doing ever since.
Slick, I appreciate you hitting that Cashapp too, baby boy. I
got a lot of friends in Harlem. I haven't spent too much time in Brooklyn. I got a couple of friends in Brooklyn, but mostly the Bronx. Let
me see what we got. Oh yeah, he's from Harlem, staying in Tracy Tower.
Yeah, I got a lot of friends in Harlem.
Boston in the building.
Yes, yeah, whatever.
Nah, man, but like I said, We weren't intending to stay up too long. I knew it was gonna be some people that were gonna watch, and just want to tell you guys, you got one mouth for one reason, you got two eyes and two ears for a reason. Look and listen, not necessarily say anything all the time. That's what I do a lot of times. I've even found myself ghost watching a lot of stuff. And
hey, top 5 dead or alive, go.
Top 5 dead or alive, where? Everywhere or New York?
Top 5 dead or alive. Top 5 dead or alive, period.
Damn, we talked about this before.
We did talk about this before.
Oh man. Let me hear you. All time. Damn.
Well, I remember when the top 5 dead or alive mixtape came out in New York. I remember at the barbershop getting the top 5. It was Biggie, Pop, Nas, Jay-Z, and Jadakiss. That was like the original top 5.
Where's Rakim at?
He wasn't in there. I don't know. You know,
I probably say that list one more time.
The top 5 dead or alive initially was a mixtape in New York. I remember being in the barbershop.
Yep.
I copped the mixtape, and it was the original top 5 dead or alive was Biggie, Pop, Jadakiss, Jay-Z, and Nas.
That's you can't really argue that list. I like Rakim. I listen to Rakim more. I mean, we've already talked about how me and you are feel about Jay-Z. Like, I like Jay-Z's older stuff. After the first Blueprint, he started losing me a little bit, but still don't take away, because again, for him to stay as relevant as he has for as long as he has, you have to reward that too. But we
got to remember, when we was in New York growing up,
that was it.
The South didn't get a lot of love in hip hop.
Right.
Not from us anyway.
Right. I'm glad Jadakiss was in there too, because you know how I feel about Jadakiss. Like,
he's
not even in New York, but just period. I feel like Jadakiss is always overlooked, man.
Eminem's always in there somewhere. I'll tell you who got a love in New York. Jeezy, Young Jeezy gets a lot of love in New York.
He's definitely probably he should be in the down in the down south top 5 dead or alive. He probably's got to be. He's going to be in most respects.
But moving down to the south, moving in the south now, I realized there was a lot of hip hop I missed.
Yeah,
there's
a lot of bad down here, but there's some good
classic mixtapes I never heard of. I never missed. I moved down here, and people think I'm like, man, you never heard of this, you never heard of that, and I'm like,
y'all just didn't listen to it up there.
Didn't listen to it.
Well, and that's the same thing. So we didn't really listen to a lot of northern stuff either. But then when Dipset got real popular,
I was surprised to see how big. I didn't know Cameron was as big as he was.
Folks love Dipset down here, man.
I didn't realize that.
I was a really big J.R. Ryder fan. Hell Rail in high school. I listened to a lot of those. Of course, Joel Santana, Jadakiss.
The first Southern hip hop album I bought.
T.I. He just named T.I.
was Lil Wayne's "The Block Is Hot." I remember I cut school to go buy that album.
Yep.
And I never bought a Southern hip hop artist album before in my life.
My favorite album he did was the Carter 2.
Carter 2, yeah.
Yep. I like the first one, but I like the Carter 2 though. Top 5 would be hard. I have to sit down and think about this. Like somebody mentioned Eminem too. Mortal Technique, Snoop. Cube. I would say Cube has the best diss track of all time for me. The No Vaseline joint.
No Vaseline, yeah.
Cube was cool. I like Snoop too. Another thing with Snoop's best work to me was his first album, obviously. But you got to reward Snoop, because just like Jay-Z, he's been able to stay relevant for 30 years. Features, whatever. You got to reward that, because again, like the content creators, they realize in order to stay relevant and to stay on top of the game, you have to be creative and you have to be able to progress and grow. You can't. Snoop and Jay-Z couldn't do the same stuff in 95, 96, and 2020 and expect to still be relevant. You have to change who you work with. You have to change your.
That's the thing. That's what I see a lot of cigar reviewers. And like I said, I'm not the cigar guy. I'm just the camera guy.
But it's going to be good for you because you're just a viewer.
I'm just a viewer, and there's a lot of cigar reviewers that just do the same shit. It's as a viewer, as a not the cigar guy, it's boring, to be honest with you. Some of them, they're just boring. Sit there and watch it. I'm like, I can't watch this day in and day out. It's unless I'm looking for a particular cigar, and I'm going out to buy a cigar, and I'll Google and I'll YouTube. Yeah, I wonder what people are saying about this cigar, but just to sit back and watch some of this content, it's boring. And it shows in the view count. It shows in the because he might not count the views. I do, because I'm part of the camera media guy, so I count the views. I still read the comments and everything like that.
Yep.
Outkast.
My three favorite rap groups of all time. Wow, damn. I'm gonna do 4: Tribe Called Quest, Outkast, UGK. You gotta look. Well, I know you. Yeah, those 3, and probably 8-Ball MJG.
Well, you consider a group. Like,
probably,
WuTang is not.
WuTang is. I would consider a group.
Okay.
I would consider them. A Tribe Called Quest is by far my favorite Northern group.
WuTang a group?
Or like a clique or whatever. Or
a clique of single artists, or were they like, because Outkast is a group. You really can't have one without the other.
Right.
So is WuTang a group? Like,
I see what you're saying, and I agree with it.
Like,
because they each
really,
like Chef,
right?
All of them,
They're all kind
they
of,
all can go off on their own
like
and make hits.
Clique of independent artists. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Two Live Crew.
One DC. 3-6 Mafia.
3-6 Mafia.
I never messed with 3-6 Mafia.
I like a lot of their older stuff, but of course, they started getting commercial and stuff too.
I still haven't heard their old stuff.
Old stuff is good. But A-Ball, MJG, like I said, Tribe Called Quest, Outkast and Tribe are probably the two groups I listen to the most.
Bleacher says WuTang's a group, so I'll go with that.
Who did he say?
Bleacher. He said WuTang's a group.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like I said, I can see both sides. I see what you're saying as far as like, because Chef, Meth, all of them, they could go off on their own and make hits, but then they get together and cypher or whatever. Like, I get that. But Dipset could kind of do that too. Jewels, JR, they went off and did solo stuff.
But, yeah, that's true.
But as far as you being
because like Outkast to me is like a group, right? Yeah, like Onyx is a group. Like they just do everything together. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like when I was thinking of
EPMD was fantastic.
WuTang's more like Rough Riders. It was more like just a big clique. It wasn't like a rap group. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
Am I wrong? I might be wrong. I don't know.
Prudence said Cigar Madness is what got her hooked.
Cigar Madness was Cigar Madness.
I think I would say our proudest stuff though.
Cigar Madness took a lot of day in and day out work,
and people don't realize
how much work that took.
Nobody's fun. Like I had a good friend Don, a few other people that put in some cigars, but like that was all out of pocket. People don't realize. So the Padron that was in the championship round was the 80th anniversary. That's a $30 cigar. I smoked it 4 times. Again,
because I was sitting there. I remember in the beginning, I was sitting there. Are you gonna smoke every cigar every round? Mm-hmm. And he said, "Yeah, you know,
got to."
Well, some of these
it would have been such a different experiment
because you got to remember he had to get cigars that were hard to get,
right?
And we were like, "Damn, if this cigar makes it past the first round, you got to try to get this shit again." Mm-hmm. And you know, he went out. I think there was some cigars he went out and got again that didn't make the first round, but he went out and got them just in case they made the next round.
Oh, and this year's cigars are going. The lineup's even crazier.
I was never a big R&B person.
R&B,
I'm not really.
R&B. You got to put R. Kelly in there, of course. He's gonna be in there. I feel like you got to though. He did. Top 5. R. Kelly got to be in there.
I'm not so top 5.
R&B groups would be a better question for me because you got Mint Condition, Jodeci. You got Drew Hill. You got a lot of groups that were just good. I think R&B groups would be more competitive.
I don't even know.
Boys to Men.
Boys to Men would have to be in the top
for
5.
sure. For sure, they got to be.
And at least
Jodeci for sure. I like Life Jennings. I just wish he put out more or would put out more stuff.
I've never been the big R&B dude. I was always hip hop, rock.
Yep.
You know, Metallica. One of my favorite.
One of my favorite bands still The Doors.
Time.
I listen to a lot of the old, like The Doors.
Now I'm more of Five Finger Death Punch. You know, I don't know if you listen to that, but I do. I
listen to pretty much anything as long as it ain't no screaming or nothing on there. I don't do all that screaming shit, but let's see. Avant was good. It was Earth, Wind, and Fire. Y'all, Jerry, you know how I feel about Earth, Wind, and Fire, man. That my dad calls them the greatest act of all time, and
New Edition.
New Edition was good too.
New Edition.
Dave Hollister was good. You want to talk about creative in the 90s? Missy Elliott for females. Busta Rhymes.
Never been a big
I know you ain't, but just the creativity. Her and Busta Rhymes in the 90s. You just never knew what you were gonna get with them.
How about TLC?
TLC was
TLC is one of my favorites. I don't listen to singing too much on, but they R&B. They're R&B, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But TLC, I used to love TLC.
See, the groups would be more competitive because it would get. You'd have your top 5, and then you have people say something, and they'd be like, "Oh, damn, I forgot about them."
Mm-hmm. Well, I figure R&B would be harder because like it goes back a lot farther than hip hop,
right?
And hip hop's hard enough,
right?
And it's also so subjective. Oh, I had a big crush on TLC.
Who didn't, man?
Oh, at first I was a big Chili. Chili was my wife.
I liked all of them. I ain't gonna lie.
She was my wife. She just didn't know it.
Endorse say Waterfalls was my first CD I ever bought. I think that was one of the ones you went in the record store. You didn't even care. You didn't even care who saw you buy. You were like, I'm buying it.
Remember when they get no scrubs and then
No
do you remember No Pigeons?
Yeah, terrible.
You remember Sporty Thieves came out with No Pigeons?
Terrible. I would have one hit wonder.
That shit was funny.
It was funny, but it was terrible. But now, like I say, how you referenced it, or just talking about being a viewer too. Like it's the same thing, man. To stay relevant or stay on top, you got to be creative and you got to be conscious of what's going on around you.
Yeah, you got to be innovative. You got to do something different, especially if it's not working. And you got to keep people engaged,
right?
You know.
And I feel like we do a good job of that. We can obviously do better, which we know that it's. And I think what we're good at too, we take good constructive criticism. Sometimes people bash
I've seen people bash the camera work.
But some people get bashed and then they just get all hurt about it. It's like, man,
no, it's no big deal. You know, like I'll look at some comments and like I said, I'm just the editing and camera guy. If somebody has something to say about the sound editing quality, I'll take it into consideration.
Right. Now, if it's a legitimate thing, we'll take it in consideration. Sometimes we've got on stuff and it's just like, all right, you just trolling now. Like what you're saying is making no sense.
That's the internet, though. It's not a troll. That's just what it is.
Buster and Missy, that would be a crazy battle if they did both of those.
It's a battle like a versus.
Yeah, I think they could.
Buster and
Missy Elliott, I think they could.
God,
Missy had a lot of hits.
Who would Buster?
I don't know who they both had a lot of hits. And like somebody was saying earlier, Missy got a lot of writing credits in the 90s that people don't know about. Like,
yeah,
a lot of writing credits. Mystical, I say instead of bash and show it. And that's my thing too. Like the constructive criticism is fine, but when I hear that it's just like malicious and not even trying to be helpful, that's when you kind of respond like, all right, well, you start a channel and show us how it's all done. Then, you know. Kevin says I'm old. Priest, what's going on, man?
Look, Cowboy, he says all you got is an iPhone, and that's my point. You don't have to have the lights and the mics and all the
your content
equipment.
Your content has to be good first.
I do it because I'm a camera guy, and I want to take the load off of Ron. Because if Ron did this by himself, he would have to edit it himself, shoot it himself, do everything himself.
You damn sure wouldn't see a video every other day from you then. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I wanted him to just focus on the cigar. I said, look, just focus on smoking the cigar, because then you got to smoke the cigar. Then he's got to worry about editing. Then he's got to worry about all this. Cowboy just has an iPhone. He does a damn good job with it, you know. And you don't have to. I bought a lot of this equipment.
I'm a
camera
Cowboy
guy.
Could get to 1,000 with the same setup now because the content is good.
Because the content is good.
Chica just said she's doing the same thing. Chica, you could be.
Or Chica, she in here?
Yeah, the same thing.
So. You know,
Chica, we already done talked. You already know the biggest thing for you is just putting content out. That's all. Like everything else is there. It's just putting the content out.
Right.
Smoking Preacher, what's going on? Endorsement. I've been filming on my Samsung for YouTube for 8 years now, and his channel is crazy. If y'all want to watch food reviews, that is
Endorsement has a channel that he's a good example.
I like Endorsement.
He's got a channel that I can put on and just watch.
Yep.
I don't even have to be looking for a certain food. I just put it on. I'll be washing dishes or laundry or whatever the fuck I'm doing, and I'll just put Endorsement on in the back and I'll just listen. You know what I mean?
What's good about what I kind of Endorsement, you in the chat, what I kind of took from you too was Endorsement he's a very personable person if you can read between the lines and pick up on the little subtleties and the jokes. But Endorsement comes in, gives you the information, and comes out. It's not a lot of bullshit talk. I hate watching videos that are 20 or 30 minutes long, and at the end of the video, you're like, man, this could have been like 7 or 8 minutes. Like they just dragged this shit along.
Right.
I hate that because I always tell people all the time, it's not that many people that I think that are that interesting to watch over 20 minutes. It's just not, man. Crooked Eyes, there's plenty of salty people out there. They ain't gonna tell you they salty, but if you watch enough videos and watch certain people, you can tell. Latanya, what's going on? Let's see. Let's clean this up.
Sell them a box of Supreme League.
Who is it? $500. Nah, but for $500, you can get it for real for $500. Nah, I'm just messing with you though.
He won't sell me a box of Supreme Leaf. I know he ain't gonna.
Nah, I ain't gonna. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't feel right. I just give you a couple every now and then. I feel better about doing that. Yeah, straight to the point, but keep it fresh or try at least. That's kind of how my mode is, because I've had people. That's been one of the biggest comments, I think, of constructive criticism for us.
What's that?
People want longer videos.
Really?
And then shout out to my brother Matt Newman too. I don't know if he's in here. He might catch the playback. But remember, we were doing a Cigar Madness video, and the video was 16 or 17 minutes long, and he said it was too long.
Right.
And I was like, Matt, I'm doing 2 cigars though. Like, if you break it down, there's only 7-8 minutes a cigar.
2 cigars.
Right.
But some people, they're gonna think it's too long. All right. So while editing.
And that's my guy too, Shad. Like I said, we just talking real shit. Like, Matt, no, that's my dog. That's my guy.
So while editing your videos, I used to do a lot of jump cuts.
Yep.
Right, because I didn't think people wanted to see the whole lighting process, and every time you smoke it and every time you retrohale, I would cut it, and I still do so often. I would jump cut it, but then somebody said,
"We want to see you smoke.
We want to see the whole." Yeah, so some people are gonna want to see the entire you smoking the cigar, and some people don't want that. So it's like, all right, what do I do as an editor? Do I skip it, or do I let you just play the whole thing?
Right.
You know what I mean?
And for me, on a regular video, it's going to probably be very rare if you see anything over 15 minutes.
Right.
Just letting you guys know, in the future, me and Eric are going to probably work on a documentary or two. We still got to lay out the skeleton work of that. But and of course, obviously, that probably would be a 40-minute to an hour-long video.
Barn dust.
No, I still ain't tasting no barn dust, man. But we do plan on trying to work on a documentary at some point, and we got some ideas going. Like I said, it's not just me talking about this stuff. We are actually trying to envision and trying to live everything that I'm talking about. We're trying to constantly break the mold, constantly trying to change some things up and just try to progress things. So I appreciate that, Mystical. JP, what's going on? Taste helium, yeah. I appreciate the production behind your videos, and that has opened a gateway to the other reviewers in your camp. I enjoy the community, and that's what it's all about. If I can just be a starting point for somebody to take what I'm doing and elevate it and do better, that's fine with me. I don't have a hating bone in my body, man. I always like seeing people do well, because it's going to make me try to elevate and do better and better and better too. And what that's going to bring is going to make the cigar community benefit from that, because the content is going to be stronger. Like Eric just said, nobody just wants to see a dude sitting in front of the same setting all the time just talking about stuff. At least I don't. Some people don't mind it, but again, that'll get to the point where I try to find a specific cigar and then I watch them for that. I want people to watch Run Real TV because they like us as people and they like the content. It doesn't matter what cigar I'm reviewing, what video pops up. They just want to watch it because they enjoy the content. The best compliment I've ever received, or that we could receive at this point, is a person that's not a cigar smoker that likes the channel and follows the channel. I don't even smoke cigars, but I love the channel. That to me is the biggest compliment that you can get.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the hell Chica laughing about. I'm kidding.
There's a lot of feet talk going on in the chat. I don't know whether it's something about your feet. I came back from
okay. I get what they're talking about. But so that's what we are targeting. We are 2021. Of course, you guys know the first big thing of that is going to be Cigar Madness.
That's Cigar Madness.
And then we haven't forgot about the Lost Files. We got a documentary that realistically it'll probably come in the back half of the year. We got to still sit down and think about how we want to lay it out, what we want to do.
That's going to be a project.
That'll be something we film on for a while. Yeah. We still, like I said, we got the drone, so we're going to be doing some stuff with that too when the weather breaks and gets nicer. But that's pretty much it. But again, like I always tell you guys, keep your eyes and your ears open and pay attention, because everybody in this community is not good people, or a lot of people don't want to see other people do well if it doesn't involve them doing well. So, and that's a huge problem in my eyes. People do better than me, cool, man. I stay in your lane. Well, y'all in the chat wilding out, man. I love, but see, to me, this is all cool though too, because like I said before too, for me, I don't have an interest in, or at least on cigars, I don't have an interest of being 100,000, 200,000 channel because I like being able to. We got 86 people in here. I like being able to, when people are chatting, I know exactly who these people are. These are the same people that comment on videos, that DM me and email me. I like that. You get to a point where you're 500, 600,000, and you're in a chat with 3,000, 4,000 people, and you get lost. So I feel like that breaks the essence of the community that I'm trying to support and build up.
Now, March Madness brought in a lot of people there.
It is. So we are really close to 6,000 subscribers. We got probably about 150 more, 160 more people. The goal for me, like you guys know, in the original goal was 1,000 by the first year. I would really like to push 10,000 by year 2. That's the goal. That's the personal goal for me. I think it could be done.
Cigar Madness. Yeah, so I'm starting to work on a trailer for Cigar Madness now. I'm going to start filming early, and we'll have Cigar Madness out. We're trying to make it bigger and better, at least in my mind and in your mind.
And that's what I do with the cigars. I chose cigars to amplify.
Because you got to remember, last year was our first time doing this. It was our first time doing this. It was just a shot in the dark, you know.
Right.
And we just wanted to make it as best as possible. But now we pretty much have a good footing on what we need to do.
But see, the Cigar Madness was a great thing and bad thing. I say great because when I told you about it, when me and Dawn were talking about it, I knew it was going to be successful. It's bad because people are taking exactly what I'm saying and turning it opposite. If I'm influencing something or we're influencing something, cool, but you can't be a carbon copy or steal names. You remember we saw some of the shit with the names and shit, some madness and stuff. It's like, so, and then people were like, well, how do you know that they're copying you guys? Cigar Obsession has been on here for probably 12 or 13 years. So there have been cigar reviews for 13 years. And all of a sudden, as soon as Raw Real TV comes up with a madness, everybody else want to do a madness now.
Oh, yeah.
And then my thing is, I've always said it from day one. If you, like, I'm an English major, so plagiarism is horrific to me. Cite your source. It's nothing wrong with you saying, hey, I'm going to do whatever something madness. Like, I was influenced by Ron. I saw his stuff and wanted to do my own take on it. Cool. But so many people are so afraid to say another channel's name or because they feel like it's going to take away from them.
Right.
And I see that. And I see that a lot. Some of these bigger channels, you know that they're watching, but they don't want to say your name because they're afraid that you're going to bypass them or get bigger than them.
Right. And it's just like show support, give credit where credit's due.
Anything and then, like I said, I still give credit to a guy that hadn't even put out a video in almost 4 years, Piero Maduro.
Right.
The marriage. I didn't come up with that.
Right.
I watched that from him. He hadn't posted a video in 3 or 4 years. I said, man, I'm going to keep the tradition alive. But at the same time of keeping the tradition alive, I'm going to keep his name alive too. How hard is that? That didn't take away from my channel what I'm doing. If you go back and look at Piero Maduro's channel, 2 completely different styles.
Yeah.
Just different. You can be your own individual with still having some influence from other people. So that's another pet peeve of mine too. You just watch stuff and it's like, y'all, we done seen the other channel coming in the same intro as me and stuff. It's just you ain't even trying to hide it, man. Some of the stuff is so damn y'all not even trying to hide it. Y'all just straight up copying, bro.
It's so blatant. It's ridiculous.
Dr. Joe is a fantastic cigar. You know what? You are a cigar show. You know what made Dr. Joe so great? He was very authentic and real. That's why Dr. Joe was as successful as he was. Shout out to Dr. Joe, man.
Dr. Joe, I've watched a lot of Dr. Joe stuff when you showed them to me.
Fantastic. I love he didn't care about cursing. Like he was just like, man, what you see is what you get. And I gravitate towards that because I know what if I met Dr. Joe in person, what I saw on camera was exactly what I was gonna get in person. When I met Lee Mack, what you guys see on camera is exactly what you see in person. If you guys get the chance to meet me, what I'm coming off as now, same person you see on camera. There's no, and then you see me in person like, hey, how you doing? My name is Ron.
No, he's the same
fucking dude
in real life as he is on camera.
And I've heard some stories from some trusted people like, man, I've met this one guy in person, nothing like he is on camera. That's bullshit. Probably say my name. Damn, you know who I'm talking about.
What's that?
Cigar, Kevin, tell people you copy me.
You know I'm a cigar prop fan. I've illustrated that to you a lot on my own without being a cigar guy. I watch cigar prop besides Lee Mack and you. Probably I watch him.
This is just Kevin's in the chat, and Kevin, if you say otherwise, I'm gonna call your shit on this. So there are two people right now that I feel like, there's some bigger channels, but there's a friendly competition between me, Kevin, and Lee Mack. I feel like those two channels are the ones that I pay attention to and see what's going on.
I don't know if you do. I watch.
I watch others, but
I watch Cigar Prop, but I do watch his subscriber base because you guys are so close. So I'm always looking at his like.
Right, and even with the subscribers, like it's the engagement and the impact you have on the community. I feel like us three are kind of in that same boat. So I'm always paying attention to it. And I know Kevin, he might not even. No, Kevin's gonna say something. Kevin probably would say that too because when I was on Kevin's show, he mentioned how he beat out Lee Mack 1 month. So I know we are all in the same area. Like
you got to. You're always looking at other people's views, other people's subscribers, what other people are doing. It's just friendly competition.
Right. That's what I say.
It keeps everybody on their toes. And Kevin, like I said, he's one of the few channels that I watch. Not being a cigar guy, he's one of the few channels that I do watch on a daily basis.
Yep. Cigar Obsession. I don't watch a lot of Cigar Obsession. For one, he's just his channel. Like he's so much further ahead number wise than the rest of us, and just he does so much different stuff.
Cigar Obsession.
I
don't know. Maybe it's because I'm not a cigar dude.
Yeah.
I feel like you have to be a cigar guy to watch Cigar Obsession. Maybe
I think that's fair.
I think it's boring.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I think what he targets.
But I'm not a cigar dude. You know what I mean? But just watching his content, I'm like, it's all right.
I think that's fair though. I think that's probably Brian's goal though. Is he just wants cigar smokers? He's not really trying.
Cigars Daily's good.
I like Shout out to Tim, man. Yeah, I like Tim. Good. I talk to him from time to time.
There's a lot of cigar channels. I not being the cigar dude, I just can't watch.
Right. My thing is, when I talk to you on the phone and talk to you in person, I need to be able to know that person is the same thing that I'm seeing online. That's a big thing for me.
I don't know too much about Cigar Vixen.
I watch some. She's one of those ones too. I don't have anything against her, but it's I'm not an avid follower, meaning like I don't look week in and week out for what she's putting out.
She's got her like weekly top 5 or something like that. Yeah.
Now, sometimes if I run across like a particular cigar that she might be reviewing or something that interests me, I'll do something like that. Yeah.
Vic's one I watch a lot too.
I like Vic. But Vic is kind of like us too. He's just got a lot of stuff going on personally, so he's not able to really put out a whole lot of content.
Trust me, look, Kevin, I was watching your setup, the whole setup that you did with your camera work and your lighting and everything. Trust me, I was paying attention to all.
We all pay attention. You gotta. I was like, that's why I say anybody that's telling you that they don't watch other reviewers or don't pay attention is lying.
I was like, man, Kevin's got his camera mounted here. He's got the sliding thing and his lights and everything like that. Hey, so I think I called you up.
And that new setup, I told you about the new setup.
Yeah, I called you up.
Hey, that new setup.
I was like, man, do you see Cigar Prop's tour of his thing?
Yeah, yep.
He's got this and he's got the the camera angles and everything like that. And then he's got a new setup.
I'm a fan of the new setup with the kind of the
new setup,
with the shipyard lighting.
That new setup you got is dope as hell. I'm jealous of that. Yeah, definitely.
But see, that's a give and a take thing, right? So that's just you have to deal with the cards that you're dealt. So Kevin has a smaller room, but he has a more detailed, elaborate setup. Kevin probably has said from day one, I love the room you're in because of the depth of field and stuff like this. So it's just like you just got to deal with whatever you're dealt with. Like that's just
important.
How it is.
That's why so that's why we film. We used to film in my apartment, right? But I'm big. What he just said is on depth of field. In this room, he has more of a depth of field, and that's important. As a camera guy, it's important to separate yourself from the background as much as possible. And this is a lot bigger room than my small apartment. And I says, look, man, we need to film in your sunroom because it's more aesthetically pleasing than my little apartment. You know what I mean?
Speaking of, before I read James' comment, James has made that comment about our setup too. He said, I look at some other people's stuff and there's nothing wrong with it, but I like how clean and neat yours looks. Right. But he was saying people are watching your retro commitment and pushing people to taste cigars. And that's been our goal from day one. We always have said we might not have the biggest, or we might not be trying to target the most aged and more rare cigars, but what our job is to put cigars in front of you guys that if you walk in a B&M, you're going to walk past it because you don't know the brand, or it might be too high in price point. That's our job.
Yeah.
So, and lately I've been getting a lot of comments of people telling me I never would have smoked this cigar if it wouldn't have been in the club or if you recommended it. That to me is really heartfelt feedback too. I like hearing that. That's the goal. That's what we're trying to do. That is the goal. Depth and genuine originality. That's for sure. It's a retro. Art is the god of retro.
Cuban Cigars video did it for.
And I'm gonna review more Cuban cigars. The stuff that I have in my personal humidor is a lot of it's just not that old yet. So I could come on camera and smoke it, but the scores are gonna reflect. It's just not ready yet. And I know that. I got some Trinidad Virginias up there. Got some H. Upman, Wide Church. I got some Wide Churchills up there. I got quite a bit of things up there, but most of them are just really young. So I'm just not even bothering with it. But if you are a Cuban fan, don't be alarmed. I'm going to do that. That's another thing a lot of people don't realize. You got to touch on all this stuff. Now, I say that even though I don't smoke a lot of infused cigars or stuff, I don't smoke any really. But to be a reviewer, you guys know I like more strong cigars, stuff like that. I still enjoy cigars that don't beat you over the head. I still enjoy Cuban cigars. I still enjoy different things, different sizes, stuff like that. So I feel like as a reviewer, you should be able to touch on a lot of different things too. Shame on me, probably not going to change as far as, and that's what I give somebody like Kevin and prop for. Some other people do it too. Some other people review maybe some infused cigars and things like that. I'm not really going to touch on it, but what I can do, the next best thing is refer you to somebody that
don't do too much. You don't do anything.
Because I just don't smoke them.
Yeah.
So, but anything other than that, like I'll try it, man. Barber pole, like whatever, Figurados, normal Parejos, any of that shit. So,
do you think putting cigarettes helps develop your palate? As I think it would. I'm not like I said, can't stress this enough. I'm not the cigar guy, but I was a cigarette smoker for a long time, and I told Ron when I started getting into cigars I was like, man, my palate is burnt. My palate is
just
burnt
from all
out,
the nicotine
from
from years, yeah.
Which is probably why I like strong cigars, because I'm used to the throat hit of cigarettes and everything like that. And I stopped smoking cigarettes, but I felt like smoking a cigar, I couldn't taste the flavor notes he was getting because I burnt my palate out. But when I stopped smoking cigarettes, I could pick up on the little notes that he was talking about.
Resident Padron. Pariah, we already know, man. I'm gonna have to get a shirt design that says Resident Padron Hater just for you.
Resident Padron Hater.
Yeah, Pariah. His problem is kind of like what it is with Opus and Davidoff.
What's wrong with Padron?
He doesn't think they're bad cigars, but he just thinks they're overpriced. Which, James is a big Opus guy. There's some people that love Davidoffs. I like Padron, so it's almost like what you want to spend your money on. So it's just win. That's what I'm talking about. Counteracting that hate, man. But no, we've been up for an hour, man. We just kind of wanted to come up and chat with you guys, see how everybody was doing. Hopefully everybody's had a great Christmas. Make sure if you guys are indulging in adult beverages, you guys stay put where you at. Don't do no driving. Y'all stay safe out here, and y'all be good. Like I said, the next coming days, we'll have the review of the official Black Line Luxuries Raw and Real TV collaboration cigar that we did. Very excited about that. If you have not joined the Cigar of the Month Club and you are on the fence, consider it, man. Really consider it. I think for the price point, you're going to be very satisfied. We got a lot of big projects in store, something you're going to want to be a part of, because as Cowboy Ashhead TV say all the time, at one point or at some point, it's not going to be open. It's going to be closed, and you're going to be wishing you were there. And on that note, man, I'm going to keep on drinking me a little beer, man. I'm sure Eric's got some stuff to do. I'm going to chill out for the rest of the night. Y'all be good, man. Y'all know the name of the game is relaxation and enjoyment. Damn sure don't forget to be driven, never motivated. Eric, you got anything to leave them with?
No.
And on that note, we're going to see y'all later.